You're praying, but there's no answer. You're waiting, but nothing is changing. You're believing, but it feels like heaven is still. And in that silence, doubts begin to grow. Did God hear me? Did I do something wrong? Why is nothing happening? But here's something most people don't realize. God does some of his greatest work in silence, because silence is not the same as absence. Just because you don't hear God doesn't mean he isn't speaking. Just because you don't see movement doesn't mean he isn't working. Think about a seed. When a seed is planted underground, you don't hear anything. You don't see anything. There's no visible progress. But beneath the surface, something powerful is happening. Roots are growing. Life is forming. Strength is developing. And all of it happens in silence. That's how God works in your life. Some of you are in a silent season right now. It feels like nothing is happening. But God is doing deep work inside of you. He's working on your patience. He's working on your faith. He's working on your heart. Because before God changes your situation, he often changes you. In Psalm 46:10, God says, "Be still and know that I am God." Be still. That means stop trying to control everything. Stop trying to force answers. Stop trying to rush the process, because God doesn't need noise to work. He works in stillness, and sometimes the silence you're experiencing is actually God inviting you closer. Closer than just asking for things. Closer than just seeking answers. He wants relationship, because it's easy to trust God when everything is clear. But real faith is built when nothing makes sense. In Hebrews 11:1, it says, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." That means faith lives in the unseen. It lives in the quiet moments. It lives in the waiting. It lives in the silence. So if God feels quiet right now, don't walk away. Lean in. Pray even when it feels empty. Worship even when you don't feel it. Trust even when you don't understand, because God is not ignoring you. He's preparing something, and often what God is preparing requires time. Time to grow. Time to develop. Time to become exactly what it needs to be. If God answered every prayer instantly, you might receive something you're not ready for, but God cares more about your future than your comfort in the moment. So he allows the silence, not to hurt you, but to shape you. And here's the promise you can hold on to. In Lamentations 3:25, it says, "The Lord is good to those who wait for him, not those who rush, not those who quit, but those who wait." Because waiting is not wasted when God is involved. So if you're in a silent season today, remember this: God is still there. God is still working. God is still faithful, even when you don't hear him. And one day, the same silence that confused you will make sense. The same waiting that frustrated you will be worth it. Because God was never silent without a purpose. So don't give up in the quiet, because something is growing, even if you can't see it yet.